Boy, if I had $1 for every time I got this questions, whether it's a real estate agent, someone in the industry or a client or what have you, where we have a veteran or an active service member who already, in fact, use their VA benefits, have a home with a mortgage, a lot of times in another state. Now they're being transferred here and what have you. Oh, I already have a VA loan. I guess I have to go conventional now or FHA, right? Or what have you. And that's not the case. So, wanted to share this with you on what you actually need. You can actually do this with just paper and pen and a couple of things. So it's a little bit easier than most people think. So you need this information from your certificate of eligibility. So I went ahead and redacted this one. So let's see, I don't have the name, social security number, anything like that. That would, and it's fairly recent, would describe who this is from. Also, need a handy calculator. If you don't have paper and pen, oops, let's put that back up there. Handy calculator. And, my good old friend Google, where usually I find a lot of the answers. Sometimes I can Google something, and if I need something from the VA manual, USDA manual, whatever, and I can get it faster than looking through my 10,000 favorites, right? We don't know it, but nonetheless. So example on here, let's say you get this client and they said, hey, Roberto, I'm a veteran. I pulled the certificate of eligibility. And off the bat, I see entitlement charge $36,250. What the heck does that mean? Well, usually most of the answer for this stuff is already in here. Now, notice what it says here. This veteran's basic entitlement is zero. I guess I can't do a VA loan. It says zero. That kind of makes sense, right? But not really. Total entitlement charge to previous loans, $36,250. Good Lord heavens, that's even higher than the just 36,000 that we have on here. So as you read this, it even tells you how to do it. It tells you in here, for veterans who have previously used entitlement, such as this person, and has not been restored, the maximum amount of the entitlement available to the veteran is 25% of the Freddie Mac conforming loan limit. So what is the loan limit, right? So I happen to know that in my area, the loan limit right now is $726,550 for a single unit on a conventional loan. But if I didn't know that, where would I go find it, right? Oh my gosh, look at that. It even tells you here where to go find it. Well, limits are just annual, and the current limits are available at homeloans.va.gov. I'm going to find you an easier place to go find it too. So Federal Housing Finance Administration, right here, county loan limit. So I did this before, of course. Yay! So FHFA county loan limit. You click that, come up here, and let's say that you want this in a PDF. I like PDF. In Alabama. Well, I'm in Florida. I'm going to Control F, put FL, go right to Florida, and I'm going to go to my county. So I'm going to go to, let's say, I'm going to try, I don't know, let's call it Orange County. That's pretty popular right here. That's where Orlando's located. So I'm going to highlight it. Look at this. 1 unit, 2, 3, 4. So 1 unit limit, 766,550. So now I'm going to get my calculator back up. Bring it up here from other screen. And I put $766,550. That's a conforming loan limit in this particular county currently as of February of 2024 for a single family residence. This is how VA works. VA is going to basically guarantee 25% of that amount, right? So the way this works, just the way VA wants it, you divide this by 4 to come up with that 25% figure. 766,550. Okay, cool. So I then gonna get my certificate of eligibility again back up here, where is it here? And that's you go, 36,250. So I'm gonna take this amount minus $36,250. So the difference is $155,387 $1,000,000.50. So basically, that's the amount that VA is going to guarantee. So let's see, 155. There's two ways I can do it. I can divide it by 25%. So 155,387 is 25% of 621,550. So if the house I'm buying is 622,550, I can still do VA loan, but on that extra $1,000, let's say that the price went up 1,000, 622,550. I'm gonna back up the 621,550, end up with $1,000, multiply by 25%. That person's gonna have to give us a $250 deposit, right? Now, using that figure again, 621,550. Let's say the house was 1,000,000 buckaroos. The guy qualifies, but guess what? His eligibility is already past that amount. So the difference from the 621,550 to $1,000,000, the 378,450, you're gonna need a down payment 25% of that figure, which is $94,612. So I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to numbers. My wife calls me Rain Man. So one thing you can also find online is calculators. This happens to be from a well-known lender. You can look up. I looked it up as VA eligibility calculator. They call it maximum mortgage amount worksheet. There's different ways to go about it, but on here it tells you veterans with full entitlement, veterans with partial entitlement, and here you go. For transactions, total amount of less than 144,000. You're not going to use this a lot probably nowadays. For transactions with total amounts more than 144, let's go ahead and put those numbers in. Get my calculator back out so I can refresh my memory. Let's see, what number were we using? Oh, let's see. Where's that 621,550? All right. So I'm going to put in here. Excuse me. 621,550. And the veterans brilliant charge entitlement that wasn't charged was 36,250, right? Oh, look at this. One county loan limit for subject property. You can even click it here. No, it's not working. Well, you can type Federal Housing Finance Administration, county loan limit, and you don't need to type all that up, and that should bring it up for you. But anyways, got on here the county loan limit of 766,550. So you plug in here 766,550. Says we don't need any money down. Down here is at zero. Now, if you want to calculate the funding fee and all that stuff, whether it applies or not, that's different. If I recall, our soldier here was had an exemption. See this here? And then over here too, exempt. So we don't need one. But anyways, that's a different topic. Now let's see if this works. I'm going to go up $1,000 instead of the 621,550 to see if this is really going to calculate 25% of that, right? So let's try it. 622,550. Oh, look at that. I need 250. Personally, this is confusing. I like the calculator. To me, that's easy. I know my limit, 766,550. I divide that amount by 4 into quarters, 25, 25, 25, and 25%, right? That's 191. I remember that I have to now, that's step number 1. You know your county limit, you divide it by 4, you back out the 36,250 or whatever eligibility was used. That leaves you with 155,387.50. So you can either divide that by 25% because that's 155,387 is 55%. Excuse me, it's 25% of whatever answer, or you can just multiply by 4. I guess it depends on how you want to do the math, right? But any which way, 621,550 back the other way, divided by 4, or divided by 0.25. 621,550. That's as easy as it can get. Hope that helps.